Hello everyone. On this Wednesday, it's Bethany Drew here with Stampin' Up! In Valparaiso, Indiana. And I hope I don't get that signal again, that my connection's poor. We did have a crazy storm the other day, so I'm hoping that didn't ruin my connection or Verizon towers. I don't know. But anyhow, it's been busy but wonderful summer. You guys, I'm sure, are doing lots of things. Summertime is still baseball for us, and my son, Colt, his team won their last game just a few days ago, and so they're now in the tournament and hopefully going to make it to the championship. If they don't, that's fine too. But so tonight they have another game, and we're going to be rooting for the Barons. And it's fun. The coach gives everyone nicknames, and my son Colt's nickname is Cap. And he just said he kind of acts like a captain. And so it's fun when coaches give your son compliments and say he's a good player, not just in ability, but that he's a good team leader too. So proud of our boys. And then I wanted to show you my shirt. It says "Be Beautiful." My friend Kelly, another beautiful friend, she gave that to me, and I guess I wanted, before I get started and as people are coming on here, I just wanted to tell you, if you're a woman listening, now if you're a guy listening too, you're beautiful too. But I think especially for women, I just wanted to give you that message that no matter where you are, no matter how old you are, no matter what interests you have, you are beautiful, and God made you just the way you are, perfect in His sight. In fact, in Psalm 139, it's one of my favorite Psalms, and it says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And God made you just the way He wanted you, right from even before you were born. He knit you together in your mother's womb. And that to me is such a beautiful sentiment of God doesn't make mistakes. So I just want to let you know, whether you have a couple wrinkles or a lot, whether you have certain physical or mental disabilities, whether you deal with depression or anxiety, whether you have been burned and you have scars on your face or you don't, if you have acne or you don't, whatever size you are beautiful. And this on the outside is just a tiny, tiny part of beauty, right? If we truly get to know people, when you get to know someone's heart and who they are, they just become more beautiful. I have so many friends that just become more and more beautiful to me the more I get to know them, because it's so much more on the inside, right? So beauty is definitely not about this. Beauty truly comes from inside and comes from your heart, and God gives us those the gift and the ability to love others too, and for compassion and mercy, and those are the things that truly make us beautiful. So that's my little spiel about you are beautiful. So I hope you know that today. Now I'm super excited because I do love food too. And we're going to look at a couple sets, The Measure of Love and What's Cooking. Two cute stamp sets that I'm going to show you, you can mix and match with different things. And then I'm going to show you a set of dies that are awesome, called Give It a Whirl dies, that really make, I didn't think I needed it, and then I was seeing so many cute cards made with it. It makes cute spinner cards, and they come together pretty easily, so I'm going to show you that too. And maybe in August, if I do a class, I might even do a spinner card, because they're pretty fun and easy to put together. So anyhow, without any further ado, I see Chris, you're on. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. My sister Kristen's here too, and she took two of my boys to the beach. One of her sons really wanted to go. It's a little cloudy today, but my boys love the beach anytime. So I've got two less kids, which is nice. I'll hopefully not have people coming in asking me questions. So let me turn it around here, and I'm going to show you what we're going to look at today. And Chris, I even just tagged your name on my description because I was hoping that might help you find it. Okay, so this is sweet ice cream, and I'm not going to use that one right now, but it's still on the same page as Measure of Love, and I just wanted to point out, I did a video quite a while ago on this sweet ice cream, and this is a great stamp set to also use with the dies, Give It a Whirl dies. Okay, so we are going to look at the Measure of Love. This is a stamp set, and it doesn't have coordinating dies or anything, but they're pretty easy pieces, things to cut out. But I'm going to show you even making a simple card where you don't cut out the pieces. So this stamp set is just $17, and you get all of these. These are the totally clear stamps, photopolymer, and it's 154997 is the number for that. And then for coffee lovers, there's a little Brew Some Fun. So still in kind of the foodie area. And then this is the What's Cookin' bundle, and there's a lot of great dies that cut out a little cutting board and bowl and salt and pepper shaker and a spatula and spoon, and then some thinner spatulas and stuff. So here's even just a couple examples in the catalog. Very fun. And it's distinctive stamping, so I don't know, the shading on it is pretty when you stamp. It's fun. And again, if you do have a die cutting machine and you want the bundle, make sure to look for the 10% off bundle price. Okay, so it has crossed off. It would have been $51, but you get 10% off, so it's $45.75 for the whole stamp set plus all those dies together. So those are the two main things we're going to be looking at. But while I have my catalog open, I want to show you where the dies are that we're going to look at. Because I think sometimes the dies that don't get put in a bundle get overlooked. Now here is the Give It a Whirl dies. So you get this big piece that cuts out the base, I'll show you, and it cuts a little hole in it. You get the spinner piece, which is a big scallop circle, and then all these little window pieces and extra clouds, stars, and different shapes to do your little window thing, some hearts, little arrows. So a lot of fun little extra pieces to put together these spinner cards. So it's very fun. So that is on page 163 in the new catalog. So it's called Give It a Whirl dies. So first I'm just going to show you a few examples, and we'll do kind of one maybe stamps at a time here. So let's look at the What's Cookin' bundle, and the dies. You know, once you get your dies, you can it fits right in your case, so you can keep your coordinating dies together if you want, which is kind of fun. And then you get all of these dies that cut out this cutting board piece and a rolling pin, all kinds of fun stuff. And then these are our rubber stamps, but they still stick on. They stick on acrylic block. So you put stickers and it makes them really sticky. So you do have to be careful when you peel these ones off, because the sticker is really sticky. Look at, that's pretty hard for me to even pull them off. Okay, so those are on our rubber, red rubber, and you put stickers on them when you get your stamp set. So first thing, easy thing I wanted to show was with the dies and the stamp set and everything, how fun is it to just, if you like baking or making stuff for friends or neighbors or family, or you have an event where you're, even if you were like selling bread at a stand or something, if you like going to markets and stuff and selling little loaves of bread, these tags would be so cute. Okay, so this is buffalo check paper from, if you're a hostess, you get a huge pack of paper, and I love the buffalo check on here, how that works. And then I just used Magenta Madness, one of our deep pinks, and I just cut out the cutting board. I stamped and cut out the spoon, stamped and cut out with the whisk with the dies. And then this is a tag that is a die as well. So I am kind of showing you some extra dies today. This is the Tailor-Made tags dies. So you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you get 8 sizes of tags. So this was the biggest one that I used, the biggest size tag, and then it comes with little circles and the little pieces that can go over the hole. So there's the little base for the hole. Isn't that fun? And so that was the first thing I thought of, was if you really do love making food and handing them out to people, how fun would that be to make little tags for your as gifts, and tags right on your food. And it could be whatever food it's just a spoon and cutting board, so it could be any food that you make. So there's a cute little tag made with that. Here's a card made with that same bundle, the What's Cooking, and it actually has a What's Cooking. So that could be like any kind of card. I don't know, you could say What's Cooking and it'd be a thank you, or because I was trying to think of, why would I send a card that says What's Cooking? I'm like, well, that would just be fun. Anyone who's a foodie and loves food along with you, it could be a thank you. And this on the inside, it says, sending you a dash of kindness and a spoonful of love. And so here I used purples, and I stamped the bowl in Coastal Cabana. And then I did actually take my paper trimmer and I cut a little slit right there, so you actually look like you can stuff the hearts and the spoon right in the bowl there. And these hearts actually come from that Give It a Whirl die set. So pretty simple and fun with all those dies. It's just fun that you can stamp and cut everything out with this set. Okay, so there's a card. Here's a fun one. I did see an example similar to this, and I think someone made like a slimline card with it, so they had a lot more stuff along the table here. But how fun to use our paper. I'm so glad that this paper came back. I think it's called Touches of Texture, or Tasteful Texture, or something, designer paper, but it's got a bunch of wood grain and tile kind of paper, and it's just awesome. And I just thought this is perfect to use this paper for this set. And then I just stamped For You, because again, this could be to anyone. I don't know, it could be a thank you, a birthday. In fact, I was thinking I could do a longer knife strip, like a magnetic knife strip. My father-in-law makes knives, and here I cut this knife out of our silver foil, and then I cut just a little bit out to get the handle in the wood grain paper to make it look like it has a wood handle. Isn't it so cute? Chris, I hope that you can that you're able to hear me today. I'm glad you found me. Okay, so those are a few with that What's Cooking bundle, and I'm going to show you. I don't know. I can't tell you which one I like better. This is why I'm showing both of these foodie sets. Because I think you're really going to like these cards too. So here is Measure of Love. So it's got this cute little bowl and cherries, and I'm going to show you, if you get both of them, you can kind of mix and match these too. And then I stamped and then cut out the Sweet Friend on there. I used, again, some of that designer paper. Let me show you some of those designs from the paper. In fact, let me see if I can find it in the catalog too. It's for, I think it's a Hostess pack of paper. And it's more than your average pack of paper. And the bonus about it, there you go. The bonus about being a hostess and doing a party, so if you do a party, you can use your hostess money for anything. You don't have to use it for host. But this is for hosts only, because you get a $30 value, so $30 worth of paper, and you only have to use $18 of your actual hostess money. So they give you a discount on it, which is awesome. And let me actually show you, because the catalog never does it justice. But there's cute, bright colors on one side, and then there's black and white on the other side of all the patterns. And I think you get, yes, you get 4 each of 12 different designs. So you are getting way more than a normal pack. I've got it right behind me, so let me just find them. Okay, so on the other side of the buffalo check is this pretty yellow design. So here's the paper I just used on the card I showed you. And then there's like black and white polka dots. This is 12 by 12 paper, so it's gonna last you a long time. So blues and then black and whites. And again, you get 4 sheets of each design, so you don't run out too quickly. tiny little black dots and then stripes. I love all the designs, they're so fun. Some green leafy, and then just tiny little black polka dots. So this is that party pattern pack that's hostess only. Black and white, rainbow stripes, rainbow like diagonal, and black and white flowers. They really are awesome. So I love the pops of colors you can use on one side and then black and white on the other. So it's like if you don't like one side, you're gonna like the other. I love these polka dots. I used that on one of my cards, one of my spinner cards. This fun pink animal print, and then black and white kind of arrow, and then black and white leaves. So lots of different occasions, lots of different pops of colors. So nice, love it. So that's the pack that I use there. And sometimes when you cut a strip and you've got extra, I had extra piece, and so I just kind of did the same thing. I stamped hearts on the Poppy Parade here and added that on the inside of the card. So Sweet Friend, that could be for anybody. So I haven't chosen what necessarily I want to use that for yet. And oh my goodness, this cute little old-fashioned scale. I love this little food scale. At first, again, I was like, I don't need that. But the more I saw it, I just had to have this cute little scale. It's so cute. And this I did fussy cut out and then popped up on dimensionals. And I actually cut out the little cupcakes too. But again, I'll show you a simpler version of this because you don't have to cut out everything. It is kind of fun when you cut them out and you make things pop. But you don't have to. So let's show a basic. Now this is the hand penned designer paper. So I'm going to use the same color or same even pattern designer paper, but we're just going to change it up a little bit to make it a little bit more simple. So this is one of the scalloped rectangles from the contour dies, but I'm just going to stamp the scale and stamp the cupcakes instead of cutting it all out. So let's look at how we can still make it look really cute. And the blender pens, or not the blender pens, but the blends markers are so fun to color these. So, all right, so here's your scale. I'm gonna stamp him right there. Isn't it so cute? And I'll probably use a little pop of color to do the little, you get a separate little stamp that does the center where it points to the scale. I like doing mine so it looks like it's pretty heavy, of like you more than measure up. Your love is big, your love is great. I think I'm gonna do Pool Party as an accent with this one. So if I can find my Pool Party ink, we're gonna be good. I see my Pool Party blends. Ah, here we go. All right, so Pool Party. Ink that up. You just, a light tap on our juicy pads is all that it takes to get it inked up. And then there actually is a little hole in the center of the stamp. So I just line that up right around the center dot in the clock, and then or not the clock, the scale. And you just stamp it down, commit. Don't second guess yourself, just commit. And then we'll put the cupcakes on the top of the scale here. And the cupcakes, we can color any color we want. I did kind of a rainbow pattern here, even though that's a deep pink, and then an orangish, so I did pale papaya, then yellow, then the soft succulent, fresh freesia, and then another like lighter pink on this one. So I don't know. I haven't really thought about what I want to do. If I want to keep it more monochromatic. That just made it in the top of the scallop there. I just wanted to leave room to put you more than measure up down there, but maybe I should have stamped it a little bit lower, but that's fine. We'll make it work. What I tell people is, you know, people won't know that I didn't mean to have it that high. It'll still look cute. All right, so I just did a white background here, but let's see if that looks fun if we change it up a little bit, and I'll do a pool party background. All right, since I'm using pool party ink, I'm grabbing, shoot, I think my boys forgot to take out the garbage. I'm seeing the neighbor kid take out the garbage or bring the garbage cans back. And I think my boys forgot. That's why we try to get them to do it Tuesday night. That always stinks when they forget, because we sometimes get raccoons that sneak into our garbage and rip them up, even into the garage. All right, so see how different that looks? Here's with white card base, and here I'm not going to add this. I added the sparkly shimmery vellum, and I embossed that. So we're just, you know, stepping it down a little bit, but I'm going to show you it still looks just as cute with a couple less steps. So we're not going to fussy cut much. We're just stamping right on the scalloped piece here. We're going to put, make sure that opens up right. Put the designer paper right on the pool party base. And I'm going to get my pool party. This is where the blends are so much fun. The blends markers. So you have a light and a dark when you get the pair of blends. So I'm going to color in with the light first. And I just do a little bit section at a time here. And I'm kind of going to do this side a little bit darker. This is the beauty of the blends. And then you come back in with your light and kind of blend back, so you don't get a crazy line there. It blends in with the dark, and it just brings some shading. So now that I still have my light, I'm going to go around the scale and color the rest of the scale in. Now these blends are just fun because you can color on your rhinestones. They are alcohol based. So they will stay on like plastic and, like I said, your rhinestones, pearls, and you can color right on them and make them different colors, which is fun. But I love how they blend. So again, on this side, I'm going to make this side of the scale a little bit darker to add some shading in there. And maybe just a little on this upper corner too, since the scale is above it. And then again, just go back in with the light and blend that back in. Come around. I'll just trace back over this side. Isn't that fun? And the cupcake bases, let's make those, I think this is gray granite. No, crumb cake. We can do, oh. I've got light gray granite and light crumb cake. We'll see how that mixes. So I've got a grayish and then a brownish color. We'll see how those blend together. Shouldn't mess anything up too bad. I think I can go ahead and color all these in because they're little, the cupcake bases. Now, the fun about this too, you don't have to have blends markers. You can use, there's a little stamp that coordinates. So this little stamp actually coordinates with the bottom of the cupcake that you could just shade it in whatever color you want. And then this coordinates with the top of the cupcake. So if you didn't have blends and you didn't want to color in, so now I'm going in with the crumb cake here. But if you do have blends, this is a fun one to color with your blends. So I'm just going over like one corner of the cupcake with my crumb cake there. And I'm going back in with my gray, just kind of on that blending right in between them. Isn't it looking cute? All right, now for icing. I think I'll do one of them with the blue. I'm trying to think if I want to just do 3 different colors. I'll do the middle blue. So just in one corner, add the darker, because again, that gives it a little bit of shading. So much fun. It's so relaxing to color. I'm telling you, if you love the adult coloring books and stuff, you'll love blends markers. They're awesome. Let's see, what's this one? Red. I've got lots of choices trying to find here. We'll add some deep. Is this really Melon Mambo? Oh wait. Melon Mambo. All right. Add a couple pink. These are the Melon Mambo ones, so the light and dark. We'll do that one pink too. See, the more color options you have, the better, because you can just have fun with it. And there's a wider tip and a thinner tip. I don't know, with these cupcake toppings, they're big enough you could use either end. But I'm coming back in with the thinner tip here to blend. All right, so now we have some pink. I don't know, what should be the third color with the cupcakes? Maybe a yellow? I don't know. Actually, maybe petal pink. That's like a peachy, bright pink. That's kind of fun. And just in the corner with a little bit darker. So fun. Go back in there. So cute. Now we can still pop up this piece with dimensionals. If you wanted to add a little bit more could add some kind of ribbon or something. I think I have a shimmery pool party. Let's do that. See, if you want to keep it simple and you don't want to do as much fussy cutting, you can still step things up. On this one, I added a little linen thread, ribbon, something that's not cardstock always is fun. Because this is shimmery, I don't have to worry about it going over the scale. Let's start over. Let me get this side a little bit longer. I want to put my bow kind of over to the side here. Did I go the wrong way? I don't know. You know, some people say to actually tie bows upside down. I don't know. I don't know if that really works for me or not, but once you get your bow tied, then you can kind of manipulate where you want it to go. Isn't this pretty ribbon? Love it. I think this is still current. This was with the Whale of a Time or whatever that stamp set is, but I love the shimmery ribbon. So pretty. Okay, so now we can pop that up with dimensionals. Using up all my little pieces here. When you get your dimensionals too, don't forget to use, you can either clip them or I just rip them even, but use all of your pieces of your dimensionals. They're all sticky, so you want to use them all. Don't throw away or discard any of your dimensionals when you buy those. Say hi when you're coming on, if you're watching. I love when people visit me live. All right, so we're just going to center that in there. Isn't that so cute? With a little bit of ribbon on there. And then what we'll just do is we will add a similar, I'm just going to stamp you more than measure up. I like that saying. It's so cute. I knew I was going to knock something over. I always end up knocking something over. I should not put stuff to the left of me. I should just learn, right? Let's see. Let's use, since I used Melon Mambo, we're going to use that as a pop of color. And I just am grabbing this scrap paper and we'll cut it out. Oh, hi, Barbara. Thanks for coming on. Always appreciate when someone just says hello. If you have any other questions too, when I try to kind of look up at my phone while I'm stamping too. So if you have questions, always feel free to ask. That's the fun of catching me live, right when I'm in the middle of doing it. I mean, there is a little bit of a delay, so I don't see your question like right when you ask it, but oh, hey, Teresa. Hello. Yeah, Teresa, I didn't know that you were here until just now. Did you try to comment? I don't know. Facebook's being weird. That's why Teresa and Chris, I tried tagging you on there so that last couple times you were saying you couldn't find me, so glad you guys are here. All right, so that's just stamped in the Melon Mambo, and I'm going to put it all the way over, and I want to still see the stitching on the scalloped. But isn't that so cute? You more than measure up. Such a cute, cute card. Oh, and there's Chris. Hello, Chris. I'm glad you guys are here. I did a shout out to Chris and Teresa, both of you, because you are like my most consistent watchers. So here's two very similar cards, but different. This one I fussy cut out all those cupcakes and the scale. Well, hi Sharon, yay! I'm finally seeing people. I don't know what happened there, but so very similar card, but just a little bit different. This one I didn't fussy cut any of the scale and everything out. So, well, that's weird that you said something before and I didn't see it. I don't know. Facebook has some mysteries to it. You just never know what you're going to get sometimes, I guess. I'm just thankful you're here. Okay, so that's a little bit stepped down. This is more stepped up using that scale. I love this scale. It's so sweet. So cute. I was going to do one more because I love the buffalo check. So here's the other design of that paper. It's got that yellow on it, but this is just so cute. The buffalo check is like just so perfect. And I've seen some, I didn't make an example. Well, I'll show you one example. I didn't use this, but someone used the buffalo check for like a tablecloth with it was either the scale one or the what's cooking. And it was so cute when you just cut a little triangle off and make it a tablecloth. But I did kind of make a little tablecloth just with my own. I'll show you how to make your own designer paper when you've got the Measure of Love stamp set. It's fun. So here's because this was not as stepped up, but I still did use my die cutting machine to get that scalloped rectangle, which it does add a lot of pizzazz and to it. Where if you don't have a die cutting machine, you can just cut a rectangle to that size, and I might actually cut this a little bit smaller after I stamp it, but just to show you that you don't need a die cutting machine to make cards, but I'll tell you, and I think those of you watching would say it's a huge benefit to have it. Oh, is this another one I'm selling you on, Chris? It really is cute. The more I played with it, the more I love it. It really is fun. So there's the little scale. The scale is just adorable. And then this one, let's do, I'm gonna stamp, there's a little inside of the bowl, and then there's an outline of the bowl. Now I'm just gonna stamp the outline this time, because you can fill in the bowl and make it have little hearts on it. But I'm gonna put a different, I'm trying to think if I did get that other little stamp out here or not. Let me look at my stamp set here. See, I neglected to take off this little, so there's this little flowery stamp too that I'm going to add on to. I'm just going to add on the other side of this block because I want to add the little flower on my bowl. So what I'm going to do on this one is color in with my, this is, do I have Coastal Cabana? At the Coastal Cabana. Where are my brights? Let me check. Do they even have Coastal Cabana in blends? I thought I had every color in blends, guys. This would be a shock to me if I don't. Maybe I'll just use Pool Party again, though, if I don't. Where are the blends? Coastal, what? They don't have blends in Coastal Cabana? Why not? Okay, well, then we're just gonna have to work over here. All right, well, let's do a fun and bright Magenta Madness scale then. Here's the light. Woo! We're gonna do bright colors. This is one of last year's in colors, the Magenta Madness. It is a pretty color. You know, there is a skinnier end, which is better when you're going around something this skinny. When you use the big thick end with the blends, it tends to bleed out of the corners there. So with this little scale going around, especially those skinny little sides, the light or the smallest end might be better. And then I'll go around with the darker one. There's really no rhyme or reason to coloring with these blends. But because they're alcohol based, they're just a little bit brighter than just our Stampin' Write markers. So makes it fun. I know, I'm going dark first. I usually don't do that. I usually do light first. But just to speed up the process, we'll see if that works okay. Now I've seen people color in this, just the scale part with the gray, which looks nice too. I'm gonna leave the top of the scale mostly the light pink there. Now, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Girls, we're gonna get fancy here. Okay, because I want the flowers on there, I'm gonna use the back of the bowl here. So it's just gonna be the flat piece. So it might go a little outside of the bowl, but that's okay. I'm gonna get my Coastal Cabana stamp pad, and I'm gonna stamp, let me just see what that looks like. All right, I'm gonna stamp, I stamped off first, and now I'm gonna stamp over the bowl. Okay, so it goes a little outside the bowl when you do that. It's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind it at all. And I'll just wash that off. So that was actually the opposite side, the wrong side of my stamp, but I wanted it to be, I didn't want the little hearts, because what I do want is to stamp, and I just put the little flowers over here. Okay, so that the little flower with the leaves, I'm gonna stamp in the same color, Coastal Cabana, and put it right on the bowl, full strength, so I didn't stamp off first. So there, we got a little printed bowl. Cute. And now with my magenta, well, while I have my Coastal Cabana, I closed it already, but I want to find the little scale thing. Where did I put that? Here it is. There, we'll put the scale thing over there. Wash that off. I don't know how it got a little. I got a little Coastal Cabana on my scale. That's fine. And then using the Magenta Madness ink, seriously, people, why is it that sometimes it's the like one color I'm looking for is buried somewhere? Magenta Madness, where are you? All right, let me see how close the Melon Mambo is. And maybe while I'm stamping, I'll find, that's very different. That's the beauty of Stampin' Up's colors. They are all very different, aren't they? Melon Mambo is just not close enough. Put that back. Aha. It was right to the right of me. Whew. Yes, Barbara, I did a class in June and I'll probably do one in August. July is super busy for us. My 4th grader is finishing up Valpo Americans and he made the all-star team, and then he's going to start Pop Warner too, so he's going to have football in July as well. So I'm thinking August. It might even be right after school starts, because can you believe it? I just found out like last week that our school is starting August 11th. That's not even a week after my birthday. That's too early. I can't believe it. So it might not be till sometime after school starts in August, my next class. But you guys need to stay because you're gonna get to see even more fun. Okay, so I'm not even gonna finish this one because I'm so excited about showing you the spinner cards. Okay, but you get it. The scale is just super cute, isn't it? It's just adorable. I love it. So it's got the little, it looks almost like hearts when you don't put the stems on them, but let me show you my first spinner card. All right, so now we're switching to the spinner cards. These are so cute, okay? So these dies are called Give It a Whirl dies, okay? So you can spin around, so it cuts this piece out, which is awesome, and it's stitched already too. And it cuts out this big scalloped circle that has a hole in it too, so you can put a little brad through there. This says our friendship tips the scale, and then sweet friend, and you can have it start with the little, they're cherries, but they almost look like hearts too. But on one of the cards I put the stem, yeah. So there is another stamp that just, you can add the little stems right on there too. And that's what I did on these. So it looks like a bowl of cherries. So cute. So cute. Okay, so it even comes with little arrows that you can stick on with a little bit of like your fine tip glue pen or your Tombow glue, because they're really skinny, these little arrows. And I've seen some people put the arrows on the outside. So on the base of your card, I've added mine to the little scalloped. But aren't these just adorable? So here's reds and pool party color again. And then on the inside of my card, it's your day, enjoy it. But how fun. And the little arrow tells them like which way to spin. Not that it really matters, but. Now here's combining the What's Cooking bundle with, here I used the cherries from the Measure of Love. And here's what I was telling about. If you cut off like a piece at a diagonal and have a little bit of a triangle shape, I used these two stamps that come with the Measure of Love that have the little flowers, and then it adds the greenery or leaves or whatever. Let me show you again on the stamp set here. So it's these two pieces that you can do, and it's almost the exact same pattern as, look at this designer paper. Isn't that fun? So the Hostess designer paper, it's kind of that same pattern. So you can make your own designer paper. So I made my own with Calypso Coral and the Pear Pizzazz. and this designer paper is actually from the You're a Peach suite, to make my own little tablecloth. Isn't that cute? And then I stamped the bowl from What's Cookin' and the salt and pepper shaker from What's Cookin', so it looks like it's on a tablecloth. And then this one, when you spin it, you have the cherries, and it says happiness is homemade. And then it's got for you on there, stamped along with some, like a bowl of the mushrooms and veggies and stuff. Kind of fun. Okay, I didn't stamp on the inside of this one yet. But that's kind of combining then when you've got the Measure of Love set, you can add those cherries in this bowl too. So kind of fun to combine them. Now there are so many different stamps that you could do a whirly card with. I've seen, there's one that I don't have that has the little cute astronaut. It's a kid stamp set. So you could do astronauts and use the stars and make it look like there's different planets and stuff. You also, I mean, really any stamps that you have. You could do the sweet strawberry and add different fruits in a bowl or in something. You could do, use the sweet ice cream and have the ice cream cone there before the window and have different flavors of ice cream going in your window. So lots of different sets. Here's a couple more examples. I'll just show you for show and tell, because this is a perfect card to use for the spinner card. This is called, what is that stamp set called? This is the Nothing's Better Than, and this has a ton of words, and it has great dies as well that cut out the words, cocktails, chocolate, coffee, and what does that one say? Oh, love you more than, and then it cuts out the cocktail and the chocolate and stuff. So this is from the Nothing's Better one, but here it says today's plan, consume, and then there's also 2 arrows that have just the little stitching of an arrow. So today's plan, consume drinks, that sounds good to me, and chocolate, yes, please. And then on the inside it says, because adulting is hard. That was one of the sayings that was the reason that I got this stamp set. I love this. So today's plan, consume some chocolate and cocktails. Sounds good to me. Now this base, what it cuts out, it does leave a little bit of an impression here because it cuts out a dot here, which I'll show you. To me, that doesn't bug me. Some people like covering up that whole impression there, but I don't think it's a big deal. When you use designer paper, it's way less noticeable. And then this is, again, it's fun to bring back stamp sets I haven't played with in a while. Dress to Impress. So this is a great stamp set. I mean, all women like clothes to some degree, and I don't wear a ton of makeup, but it does exist in my bathroom. But this one says, hello, fabulous. And then when you scroll down, it's got the shoe there, and I actually stamped the shoe on my little wheel, and then I also stamped the shoe on a piece of floral designer paper and then just cut out the outside part of the shoe to make it look like a patterned shoe there. And then it says, life is short, buy the shoes. Love it. And then I added some of those flowers from the stand set and I popped that over. So again, it covers over, I don't know if you can see in there, but it covers over the brad. I do like finding something to cover over the brad so it's not shown. And then I'm not sure if I'll make this a birthday or what. Oh, I did make it a birthday already. So at some point I'll add in a birthday sentiment, but I did add the flowers and some extra little things in there and some ribbon on there. Okay, so those are just some other fun ideas of different stamp sets you can use with those spinner cards. But let me show you how awesome. Okay, so when you get the dies, you're gonna get 2 sheets worth of dies. You get a few different, so I haven't used the heart-shaped window, but you get a few different shapes of window sizes. So a rectangle, the one that kind of fits in that shape when you cut out your scallop circle wheel. One that you could cut out a few sayings and put that on, and some hearts. And then with the one example I showed you, I cut out this scallop circle that fits right over the circle window, and then that covered over my brad. So that's kind of nice about that. And then it's got stitched clouds and all kinds of other fun stuff. Okay, so it comes with so many different dies, which is awesome. So last card I want to show you, I'll show you how to assemble this card. If you're thinking, wait, I don't get how these pieces work. Let me just show you how easy it is. Okay, so the first thing I did was cut out this piece, and then it cuts out with that big die. Let me show you the die itself. Okay, I cut out another piece because I just wanted to show you how easy these dies make it for you to line up everything. Okay, so depending on what size window I wanted or what shape window I want, let's say I want to do the heart window. Now, what the circle is awesome for is you're going to put your brad through there to make it spin, but then the window also, all of the windows have that same little circle, so you can match that right over. So you want to cut out the base first that has that circle, and then you can cut this, you know, over to the side. It can be wherever you want. So you could cut it up here, you could make it go over to the side this way, and then your spinner will be down here. Typically, I like making up and down, and I do typically do it straight up, but let's, for fun, just cut it out. So when you line up that little circle over your circle that's cut out, then it's going to be just right for when you spin your card. And then you have an extra piece of something if you want to use that extra piece. But here I put this to the side, but because I lined it up right there, it's gonna work well with your spinner then. So your spinner piece, I don't know if you guys can tell or see, but it actually makes a little indent of the sections. Can you see the little sections? So when it cuts out that circle, you can see where those windows will fit. So it's like you see a little space of where your window is going to fit. Now this heart, if you line that up over those sections, the heart is a little smaller than those sections, so you want to be careful to make sure that your stamp, you're going to see your stamp in the center of that. Whereas when you use this window that I'm using, the bigger window actually fits almost exactly that shape of the indent that it leaves. Let me show you that circle. So here's what I'm talking about. This is the die that cuts out that scallop circle and with the dot. But you do get a little of an impression with where that window is, which is helpful when you want to stamp your saying or whatever is going to go in there. Okay? Because then when you put your pieces together and you line that up, you kind of want to stamp within that section on that window there. Okay, so this one I'm going to use the scale again because I love that measure up scale. It's so cute. So we'll put a bowl in there, and again, If you can't see the impression as well, you may even want to take a pencil and you could draw just that little outline for yourself, and then erase it later. But I can see the little impression, so that's helpful enough for me to kind of be like, okay, I know where I'm going. So I'm gonna stamp the outline of the bowl, and then I'll show you on this one, stamping in just the, all right, so I see this is the shape, that's where it lines up. So the bowl is gonna match right there. It's gonna go there. So if I add something into the bowl, it's fine. If it goes a little bit higher and you can't see the whole thing. Oh, you guys, when I stamp, I make messes. You guys messy stampers? Stuff goes everywhere when I'm stamping. All right. So I'm gonna stamp now the bowl inside that has the hearts, and that's really juicy. So it is a little bit tricky to get, because you want to lightly tap, because this bowl, I feel like I get the inside of the hearts pretty easily. So I'm going to stamp, and I'm going to stamp down again. We'll see how that goes. All right. It looks a little bit muddled, but that's fine. Again, it's like pottery. When it doesn't come out perfectly, you can just say, I meant to do that. It's supposed to look like pottery. And don't be ashamed of it, just go with the flow. All right, this is pale papaya, my base. So I might just make my little cherries pale papaya. So I stamped off there too. There's the little bowl of, see, they go up to the top, so they'll be, just a little bit will be hidden, but it's fine. And then what sayings will fit in there in here? I think Hello Sweet Friend fits in there. Our friendship tips the scale also fits in there, I think. I just have to remember to stamp. Sometimes you might want to line it up and put the window right over it where it lines up, and then stamp in there so you don't stamp too high or too low. So I'm stamping this in black, and I want it as far up as I can go. There. Because I'm going to end up putting the scale over the hole there. I'll say, our friendship tips the scale, and what else can we put on the scale? Maybe just a few of the cupcakes, because there's a bunch of cupcakes, but let's just put 3 there. All right, so I'm gonna get real technical, not really. And ooh, then I'll get the tops of the, okay. All right, the power of omission. This is when I go in with my markers. This is why you want markers, ladies, friends, because I don't want the bottom row of the cupcakes. I'm just gonna write in with my big painter tip of my marker, I'm going to just trace over 3 of the cupcakes in my black Stampin' Write marker. And these you can color right on your stamps. So you don't want to do these with your blends markers because those are alcohol based and that could ruin your stamps. So these are just like our normal ink colors. They are water based, our Stampin' Write markers. And this is great when you want to omit something and you don't want your whole stamped image. This is just perfect. So I'm using my black Stampin' Write marker to color that in. Oh, and as I just start, you know, I'm coloring in all this food. Colt has a game, but he has to leave by like 4:30. I really don't know what I'm gonna do for supper tonight. I think leftovers are calling my name. Now I'm gonna turn this over backwards because I want to get this straight first of all. And I want to make sure the cupcakes are inside that window. Ta-da! All right. Even though the base of the cupcakes got stamped on there, that's fine. I can fix that. We'll just draw a little line on the bottoms of those cupcakes. Again, fixing things with markers are cute too, are fun. Let's see. Soft seafoam is my base now. Also, if you want to cover over, if you don't want to see those lines before you assemble everything, I'm going to stick this in an embossing folder to kind of hide that. So that is another way to hide those impressions if you don't like that. I'm going to use the brick mortar. I love this embossing folder. It's one of my favorites, and it's great with, you know, if you want it to look like a kitchen wall. Then when you take it out, look at how cute that is. You don't see those impressions anymore, do you? Magic. Magic of our embossing folders. Love it. All right, so what do I want the bases to be? Let's see, do I have pale papaya? I do. We're gonna make these all pale papaya and soft seafoam. So I'm just gonna go with 2 colors, not monochromatic, but duochromatic. We're just sticking with pale papaya and soft seafoam over the whole card. So if you find a couple colors you really love, and I do love these 2 colors, they're great together. The soft seafoam and the pale papaya. So much fun. Oh shoot, I just did that all in dark. All right, well, I'm gonna go over the top corner then with the light. Now sometimes you do need to let your memento dry a little bit before you start coloring, but I usually don't worry about it too much. And I'm gonna color all the bases in the light and then go over just a little bit of it in the dark. Fun. Can you hear the motorbikes? Our neighbors' boys are into motocross and racing, so we often hear their bikes going, and they take the backyard trails and race around. A little noisy, but fun. All right, so, oh, did I do that in pale papaya? That doesn't look like pale papaya. What color is this? It is pale papaya. All right, so we got the cupcakes. I've colored everything in here, so now we can add, I'm gonna take a brad, and we did just get some square brads. They'll probably come out with more brads, because of this set even. And put your brad through the two pieces, so through your circle and through your base. All right, and then you can start wherever you want. Our friendship tips the scale, and then go to the stuff. Let's see, the bowl I think is the highest, so I'm gonna line that up with, so I wanna color my scale. Because the base is green, let's do the scale in the pale papaya. I'm telling you, isn't this scale so cute? And can you guys even believe that we're getting close to the end of June here? This Saturday is actually Joe and my 22nd wedding anniversary. We'll have been married 22 years this weekend. I know what you're thinking. I must have been 13 when I got married, right? Haha. Yeah, I can't believe time flies, doesn't it? It really flies. I think I'm gonna color this one, like the base is gonna be the pale papaya, but I'm gonna leave the centerpiece like a plastic white kind of. We're just mixing. How can we make these look different here? You know? Go back in with my light. And then I'll make the top of the scale. Actually, I'll use the gray granite. Now, I can't seem to find the dark gray granite. So instead of going in with the dark, color it once, and then I'll just go back in and color over just part of it. And that adds shading as well. Okay, so this is one that I will cut out here, but I'm gonna show you it's not a whole lot much more time, especially when you have these paper snips, okay? I just feel like, man, it's smooth as butter. And when I'm fussy cutting, I do try to leave a little bit of the white edge around your stamped image, because then no matter how imperfect your cut is, people are gonna follow the line of the stamped image. So that's why you never really wanna cut. Every once in a while you will, but hardly ever when you're fussy cutting do you wanna cut right to the stamped line. So if you leave a little bit of a white edge, people will be drawn to the perfect stamped image instead of your semi-off cutting. And I just did that really fast. Love our paper snips. Now I will take that little dial again and I'll stamp that in the soft seafoam. Get a little bit of soft seafoam on our scale here. Ooh, and today I was smart. I set an alarm for myself and it's going off. So that means I need to get going soon. So sad. Friends, I could stamp here for 2 hours, I'm telling you. That's why I try to limit myself to how many I show you, because I could just keep going. It's so much fun. All right, so I want the scale bottom to be right there. So then it looks like it's holding the bowl of cherries and it's holding the cupcakes. And then it says, our friendship tips the scale. Isn't that so cute? And then you could just pop that on your base. And you don't want to put any glue on the spinner part because you want that to be able to move. So just need to pop up the base part on dimensionals, and then voila, you could add another little sentiment on the bottom like I did with the others, or I didn't do them with all of them. And then you have your spinner card, and it's pretty easy, isn't it? I love how easy those dies make it to make a spinner card. So much fun. Cool, huh? All right, so whatever stamp set you have, you don't necessarily have to get the Measure of Love stamp set. If you have this, you could just get those Give It a Whirl dies and use them with stamps you already have. But as you can see, it's really cute with the scale. And it's really cute with the What's Cookin'. Happiness is homemade. All right, so I hope you enjoyed watching me make some Give It a Whirl spinner cards. And I don't know which one you're gonna pick that you like more, but 46 years, congrats, Chris. But here's the Measured with Love, the little scale, he's so cute. And then here is What's Cookin'. You could make fun tags, beautiful cards, pretty girly colors, could go masculine. If you have a guy friend who's a cook or a chef, that would be a perfect stamp set to use. Or just for friends who like food, like me. I would take a card like that any day. With anything. I love to bake more than I like cooking, actually, to be honest. But it's all fun, right? It's a different kind of art. Yes, the dies are awesome, aren't they? Okay, so fun thing, I wanted to remind everybody, tomorrow, Thursday, June 24th, wait to order. If you were dying to get something like that, whether you're my downline too, wait to order tomorrow. So girls who are watching, or even my downline, tomorrow is free shipping day. So Stampin' Up! Is giving free shipping off of $50 orders or more. Okay, so when you use the host code here, you can use this through the end of June, but if you use it tomorrow, you'll still get my gift of a free sampler of Celebration designer paper, but you'll also be getting free shipping. But that's tomorrow only, one day only. So Thursday is free shipping day, and I would take advantage of that. So, and then you still get a free little gift from me as well to say thank you. And yeah, my downline, just make sure you order if you have some kind of order tomorrow. And yeah, get paper necessities if you want to wait for stamp sets and stuff. Get a few things tomorrow because it's a great time to take advantage of free shipping. So, and Teresa, you have 38 years coming up. Awesome. Are you in June as well? Or are you July soon? Anniversaries are awesome. Marriages are difficult and they can be very hard. But I'm so glad my husband and I have, I keep saying, I'm so glad we're fighting for our love. We've been through a lot of ups and downs, but I'm so thankful I have him by my side. He's been a blessing in my life, and I wouldn't want to be doing it with anyone else. So yay for 22 years. Yay for, what'd you say, Chris, 40 something? And 38, like, great. Love it. So thanks for joining me, guys, today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Next week, I'll be back and showing you some fun new stuff. And I'm so excited. In July, as demonstrators, we get to pre-order already holiday and celebration stuff. So we've got a new celebration coming up in August and September. So that's exciting too, where you can earn free stuff with orders. That's always a fun time, and Stampin' Up! Decided to do it twice this year. So excited to see that kind of stuff too. And those of us who are downline, or those of us who are demonstrators, already got to see, they've already posted for us demonstrators to see the celebration stuff and the new holiday catalog. So it's pretty fun. I love being a demonstrator. So if you want to join my team, just ask me anytime. I'd be happy to help you out with that. So bye, guys. I'm off to take Gabe to VBS practice. He's on the drama team. He is Prince Richard. So excited that he's helping with VBS this year. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.